What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the TRCBY show. So today, it's part of server merger, and we are going to take a look at the video just to prepare ourselves for what is next, what is coming in the next month, in March. I saw this video, right, and there's tons and tons of things that Tico was mentioning that is just blowing my mind. It's going to make life so much easier. So let's get into it. All right, Tico, let's take it away.
What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Tico Talks Throne and Liberty. I'm Tico, Globalization Design Manager at Amazon Games for Throne and Liberty. The Wilds of Talandre, our first major expansion, arrives on March 6th, and your excitement for it has been incredible. Let's dive into everything that's coming.
March 6th
On March 6th, you'll have access to a huge new territory called Talandre, which doubles the size of the current map. It comes complete with a new adventure and exploration codex, a narrative arc to follow, a unique new solo dungeon experience with 2 bosses, and 3 of our most challenging co-op dungeons to date.
Wait a minute. Okay.
You'll be able to reach the new level 55 cap, start working on your epic tier 2 gear set, and grow your fishing and cooking skills to level 25. You'll also be able to begin your journey with our new weapon mastery system. Then, 1 week later, on March 13th, we'll release 2 more 3-star dungeons, 2 additional bosses for the solo dungeon, and introduce Nebula Island, along with the new artifact system for another form of power progression. We believe that...
Oh my gosh. It's not like just 1 minute in, he's thrown us so much of what's going on. Like, so many things are happening in March. It's like ridiculous, out of control almost. So this is great. Great news, great news, great news. I'm liking it. All right, so let's go ahead and continue.
This approach to releasing content will help players enjoy their journey with a little bit less pressure during those opening weeks. After that, on March 27th, we're introducing Trait Resonance with adjustments for more direct player control, epic grade runes, and the second seasons of Dimensional Trials and Ranked Arena. So focus on gearing up those first 3 weeks to be ready for that fierce leaderboard climb. The Wilds of Talandre release delivers over 6 months of content packed into our first expansion. I also want to confirm that a fresh set of milestones will arrive with Talandre, and we'll share those details before release so that you can plan your journey.
All right.
Let's talk mega alliances. On March 6th, field boss encounters are being restructured with 3 portal options for instance boss fights. At their best,
3 portal options. That's interesting. All right. 3 portal options. Okay. I think, PvP and guild.
Alliances give players access to something Throne and Liberty does better than any other MMO. Intense, epic scale PvP, where strategy and coordination amongst hundreds of players reigns supreme. But at their worst, they can lead to content gatekeeping and perhaps most importantly, a lack of meaningful competition. Before going further, I want to be clear. Our goal is not to remove all access to large-scale epic battles. However, we do recognize that some changes are needed for the overall health of the game and our servers.
Meaning the lower non-1%er. Yeah, it's definitely gatekeeping by the top for sure. So let's go ahead.
So, field boss encounters are being restructured with 3 portal options: Peace, Faction, and Guild.
Okay.
The Peace portal leads to an instance PvE fight, keeping pre-formed parties together. The Faction portal creates instanced PvP, VE battles where players will be randomly matched onto 2 teams while still keeping pre-formed parties together. So this is an ideal option for smaller groups wanting PvP action. Both of these modes match players across all servers within a single region, and both have a 96 player limit per instance. The Guild portal will match guilds.
Wait a minute. So 96 is the limit. What if you just don't make it? What happens then? You're just shit out of luck? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go on.
For 1v1 battles. Our matchmaking system pairs guilds based on performance data and number of players. We expect matching quality to improve over time as we gather more data. Guilds must join with 36 to 48 players to participate. And we chose these numbers carefully because we believe requiring only 36 to 48 players should help ease some of the burden many guilds deal with when keeping players online for competitive PvP reasons.
Okay.
For Arc bosses, we're offering the same piece
There
and
he
faction
is.
options, but will maintain their current open world presence for guild battles. This will preserve a worthy area for alliances to battle in that epic scale combat many of you love. We'll now also spawn 2 different Arc bosses simultaneously to
All right, so they're just gonna spawn 2 at the same time. So that means one Zergil is gonna kill one boss, and they're just gonna run to the next one. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's ridiculous. All right.
increase competitive opportunities.
I like this.
Shifting over to gear acquisition and accessibility, we're making changes to improve player autonomy through weekly missions and token consolidation. We've heard from players that you want more control over which content to play to progress your characters.
Yeah, you know what? I like solo dungeons. I'm looking forward 100% to solo dungeons. As stated before, they're going to be dropping T2 weapons. That's amazing. Now, I'm thinking maybe they're going to end up dropping like T2 armors. Who knows? Who's to say? That'll be great. Epics, though, right? Yeah, okay.
While we believe some content requirements are necessary to maintaining the core game loop, we agree there hasn't been enough flexibility or accessibility as we'd like. Here's what we're doing to address this starting in the Talandre release. First, we're consolidating our various gear tokens. Abyss coins and dimensional soul shards will be consolidated into just 2 tokens, one for tier 1 gear and one for tier 2 gear. These will have specific names, but for now, I'll just refer to them as tier 1 tokens and tier 2 tokens.
Good. They're going to save some inventory slots. Great. Make things easier. All right.
At release, your existing currencies will be converted to tier 1 tokens. Moving forward, co-op dungeons and Abyss dungeon contracts will reward either tier 1 or tier 2 tokens based on the content you're completing. We're also diversifying where you can acquire these tokens. You'll now be able to get them from the arena shop and the weekly mission menu. The weekly mission system has received an overhaul, and this is a key step towards more player autonomy. The new system will offer over 15 different missions across PvE, PvP, and lifestyle content,
That's a lot of
each rewarding
rewards.
weekly points that count toward your milestone rewards, where you'll earn the new tier 2 tokens, amongst other rewards. The best part is that we've structured it so that there are more weekly points available than are needed to earn all the rewards. So you should have more flexibility to focus on doing the content you enjoy most. Over time, we'll plan to
Definitely
offer
worth it.
even more missions and further broaden the range of available objectives.
It's huge.
The
That's
next
a
thing
lot.
to
That's a
improve
lot.
gear accessibility is our field boss changes we just discussed. As you may have noticed, there will be more instances of bosses to fight over, which will increase loot accessibility and improve the auction house economy.
Yeah, like those
This should be
6.
particularly beneficial for
Green.
arc boss weapons, because while we want those to remain premium and special, we agree they haven't been as accessible as we'd like, and there is room for further distribution without removing their prestige.
Top guild only. That's it. Top
Finally,
guild.
one more area to help with gear is a new system that allows you to synchronize one piece of gear's level to another's. Simply put, we want to give our players more freedom to experiment with different builds, something we consider
All right. This right here just blew my mind. Like all of the other gacha games I used to play, those idle gacha games. This is literally, I believe, the most important, the most mind blowing thing that will be so helpful to everybody. This is ridiculous. Listen to this. This is about the gear swap.
a major strength of Throne and Liberty.
Yep.
So here's how it works. Once you've leveled a piece of gear to max level, that's plus 12 for tier 2 gear, you can place it into the new system as an anchor. Players can then unlock up to 2 slots per gear type to place other gear of the same type.
So if you have 1 plus 12 helmet, now you essentially can have like up to 3 plus 12 helmets, you know, because you're going to unlock two of those additional helmet slots. So you could have 3 sets with only leveling it one set. You're saving yourself so much money, so much resource, so much grinding. So once you get your weapon, or yeah, it applies to weapons too. So your weapon, I think you should still level up at least. I don't know. I don't know now. You could level up just one of everything, one weapon. Then you could have your offhand, and then the other one could be maybe another play on something else. But that is amazing. This right here, I'm looking forward to the most out of everything else. This is amazing.
For example, chest to chest. Any gear placed in these slots will immediately match the anchor's plus 12 level while slotted. Unlocking slots will have a one-time cost, but from there, you can freely swap gear forever after that. We think this will be a great long-term tool for players to feel more comfortable trying alternate weapons or testing new builds without having to sacrifice their existing gear through the current transfer system. Let's take a breather from systems and address cheating. Specifically, we're aware of the growing concerns regarding auto-blocking and PvP. And
oh my gosh, out of control. Especially during siege time, it's just like boom boom.
Let me be clear. Playing the game this way clearly violates our code of conduct, and we will issue disciplinary action against these players. We're committed to maintaining a fair playing field, and we appreciate your help in reporting suspicious behavior and discouraging these practices amongst your friends and teammates. Let's get into combat. After multiple rounds of focus testing, we're thrilled with the results. Here are the primary finalized changes that are coming.
Okay.
Player movement speed will no longer be automatically reduced in combat.
Oh, good. That's annoying.
We've increased base melee attack ranges.
All right. It's helpful. You're not giving hugs, you're at least swinging away.
Several skills have been updated for improved fluidity.
Okay.
Tab targeting has been improved to better consider camera direction to give a more intuitive targeting response.
We'll see.
Click targeting has also been further refined for accuracy and precision.
All right.
And we're also bringing a new setting that will allow players to ignore friendly targets when clicking. Character inertia has been reduced, and the maximum zoom has been increased by 33%. While not available at launch, by early April, we will also introduce improved target visualization, target of target display, and monster type indicators on nameplates. Shifting to dynamic events, we've made updates to increase rewards and better tailor activity point distribution. We've heard your two main concerns. First, that dynamic events don't feel rewarding enough for the time investment needed to properly participate. And second, that our PvP players are experiencing activity grind fatigue due to how dynamic events contribute to activity points.
Oh yeah, there's...
To address these issues, starting March 6th, we're increasing the rewards for the first 15 dynamic events you do per week, ensuring players get more value when they choose to engage with this content.
So your
And
first
since
15,
activity points are primarily...
So right there, like, pick your first 15 for the week, and you'll get double the points. Okay, got it.
A tool to help with high-performing PvP guilds.
We've
made two changes to help with both fun and fatigue. We're capping activity points at 15 events per week. And then we're adjusting the amount of activity points earned so that they prioritize guild events, followed by Dominion, then Peace, and finally co-op modes. We believe this new structure will give PvP players more freedom to participate in the modes that naturally align with their preferred content, while still maintaining meaningful progression. Now, let's talk raid frames. As Godspeed mentioned in last week's Eye on Elysium, raid frames are coming, and I'm happy to share they will arrive on March 13th.
Yeah.
Raid frames will be available during guild raids, field bosses, conquest battles, arc bosses, and castle sieges, which should help all of our players, but especially shot callers and healers. Looking further ahead to early April, we're completely overhauling rune management. We understand the frustration the current rune management system causes.
Okay, right now, rune management is a nightmare for sure. It's should automatically disappear like it's supposed to, but it isn't. So right now, I believe they're going to auto dissolve and auto upgrade correctly.
Our new approach fully removes inventory management needed for runes.
Perfect.
Instead, runes will be tracked in a simplified UI where you can apply each rune type and stat combination to as many items as you want.
Perfect.
New runes will automatically level or dissolve, and I can't wait to share more details on this topic next month, so look forward to that.
There you go. About time.
We're happy to
Yeah, yeah,
inform
yeah,
all
yeah,
of our
yeah,
console
yeah,
players
yeah.
that in early Q2, we are bringing the ability to edit your HUD with controller.
Ooh,
Now,
I
I want to
don't
address
really
a
have
question
controller.
I've seen frequently in our community.
Okay.
How are new and returning players supposed to catch up if you didn't do a Hyperboost server?
Play the
Our
game.
approach is that catch-up
Follow the
mechanics should be
story.
core game features, not a separate server that isolates new and returning players from the general population.
Let's suck
We
it
want
up.
them to be part of our whole community, experiencing the game alongside everyone else. Let's talk about how we're making this work. First, let's consider gear progression. Because Talandre is releasing at the same time as Tier 2 gear, this creates a natural reset point for all players. And
Yeah,
we
I think
genuinely
so.
believe this is one
Good
of the
time.
best times for new and returning players
The
to jump
best
back
time.
into the game
The
and start fresh
best
alongside everyone else.
time.
However, we recognize that having a full set of Tier 1 gear could still feel like a big advantage.
Yep.
And that's why we're introducing Tier 2 rare gear, or Tier 2 blue gear, which will be stronger than most
Blue?
Tier 1 purples.
Blue.
This provides a natural
my
bridge for
gosh.
players who don't have their
Okay.
full Tier 1 sets available.
All right.
We've also carefully balanced the Adventure Codex rewards so that any player who completes the full Adventure Codex will earn nearly a complete set of Tier 2 gear with a mix of blues and purples. Beyond gear progression, we're also introducing exclusive buffs and daily login rewards specifically for new and returning players to help them catch up.
All right.
We believe this comprehensive approach will help players join our community and get up to speed without feeling like they're permanently behind or isolated on a separate server. To end things, I just want to say thank you all again for your feedback and support.
All right.
I can't wait for you to
Yeah. So that's a lot that's happening in March and in the future. Two main things I'm looking forward to is the rune management, of course, but then that weapon armor swap. That is this right here. This is going to be amazing with this. Look at this. You get literally 3 sets. 3 sets for the price of one. That's incredible. And maybe eventually you'll get that third one open up. It seems like it's locked right now. It's either you pay through Lucent or whatever, but you could essentially have 4 sets for just leveling up one. One weapon, one helmet, one cloak, everything. And you have 4 sets. No more grinding for, oh, it's just ridiculous. Out of control. I had like at least like 4 different sets of something, but most of the sets repeated. But there's a PvP set, PvE set, HP regen set, evasion melee set, range and magic evasion set. It was like 5 sets. It's ridiculous. And I had to level all of them up. And now it's just boom, boom, boom. Just drop them in. You can have your PvE set here. Then you can have your PvP set. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. I got it. So that's nice and easy. Save at least one of your slots for your PvP set. You don't have to level it up at all. Just drop it in there and just work on your PvE just to get more gear, and then just drop your PvP gear in there and just don't level it up at all. Because, just focus on your PvE leveling. That's it. All right. Anyways, that should do it. But I am looking forward to next month and beyond for Throne Liberties. I hope you guys are super excited as well. But hope everybody's doing well, staying safe and healthy, and peace.